Hey everyone, welcome to the Cyclone Fanatic Pregame Show. I'm your host, Talia Nelson. I'll bring Chris Williams in the Wild Rose Casino studio in a little bit. But before we get started and talk about all things Iowa State and Kansas State football, let's thank a few of our sponsors. We'll start with the good old Fairway Meat Market. Guys, seriously, if you need some good quality meat, head over to Fairway. It's going to be a late Saturday again, so grab some meat for your tailgating, all your tailgating needs, and grab some for the holiday season. It'll be perfect. And then our friends over at McFarland, Dr. Wormy and Dr. Greenwald, they've been killing it all season, doing great work over in Iowa State. So we're so thankful for Fairway and McFarland Clinic. All right, Chris, come on in. It's good to be talking football. I feel like it's been basketball the last couple of days, so back to our good old roots.
Yeah, nope, it's good. Playing for a little Big 12 championship, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm excited.
Everything's on the line. I'm fired up. I can't wait. This is always an interesting time of year because you're kind of distracted. And usually in the last 20 years, more often than not, you're ready for basketball to get there, but not now. Not now.
We're let's keep football coming. Yeah, I'm not ready to be done.
I want to feel this vibe, keep it rolling. Cyclones in Kansas State, Farmageddon. Let's get after it.
All right.
Fired up. I haven't looked forward to a football game this much, maybe in my entire life. That's a lot of pressure. You just added some pressure to the team. That's not real. Is that real? Pressure isn't real. It's all right in here. Well, and I would say this, and I'm a hack. You've actually been on the field. If the quarterback's sitting around worried about me, that's a problem.
That's his problem. Yeah. Don't even go on social media. Who was the quarterback that had a flip phone? I think it was the Georgia quarterback.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's smart. Yeah, stay the hell away from it. Stay away from idiots like me. Absolutely. Real quick, I want to thank our friends at Centurion Stone of Iowa. They've been great supporters of ours for a long time. Centurion Stone of Iowa. Remember them if you got tax returns, all that good stuff. Want to put some money into your house. I did it a couple years ago. Never look back. Also, Cyclones2Ireland.com. Cyclones2Ireland.com. Plan that Irish getaway. I tried to use an Irish accent.
I kind of heard it, and then I wasn't sure if you tried, and then I was hoping you didn't.
The other thing, last but not least, CycloneFanaticShop.com. Remember us. We have a great Black Friday sale going on all weekend long. When you support Cyclone Fanatic Shop, you're supporting multiple local businesses, and I think we have really cool stuff, too. Remember that for your holiday shopping. There we go.
Thank you.
What do you got for me? Where do you want to start?
Well, let's start where we always start. What can we expect from Kansas State on Saturday?
Well, listen, the bad matchup, I think, for Iowa State's defense in general. What can we expect from Kansas State? A highly motivated team. Iowa State kicked their ass last year in Manhattan. They're not going to forget about that. That is it's funny, the administrations, I feel don't want to make this a rivalry for some reason. I feel the programs and the fans all view it as one.
Oh, massively.
Yes. So Kansas State would love nothing more than to knock Iowa State out of the Big 12 championship game. This would be a feather in the cap of Chris Kleiman. He would love to do something like that. I don't like the defensive matchup for Iowa State because of a running quarterback in Avery Johnson. This is a team that ran for over 300 yards last week against Cincinnati, who plays almost an identical defense to Iowa State because of Tyson Veit being over there. So this is a bad matchup any way you look at it, as far as that aspect of it goes. I do think Iowa State can score against this team. And I also, there's a part of me that, that wonders how dynamic the Kansas State rushing attack is. I think it's good. I don't think it's great like the one that Iowa State saw from Kansas just a few weeks ago. So Iowa State's seen other good running games, and they've been able to keep them in check. I don't think they'll keep Kansas State in check, but I don't know if they need to actually win the game. If they can just be respectable against the run, make Johnson put it in the air, I think Iowa State can win this football game, force a couple of turnovers. That kid will turn it over if you give him the opportunity to.
Do you think Iowa State's going to throw in some trick plays, play a little risky, or do you think it's going to be playbook?
Like, you got to put it all on the table,
That's
right?
what I'm saying.
Yes.
There's a lot to lose, but at the same time, there's like nothing to lose.
There's really nothing to lose, I think. Like, having said that, all the pressure's on Iowa State. So
Right.
it's easy for me to sit up here on my pulpit and say, make a stupid comment like that. You have everything to lose. But didn't Iowa State show us last week that they're playing really loose football and maybe too loose because they made some dumb mistakes, last week? They got to clean that up. Like the block punt, muff punt, pick six. Like I truly believe you're going to have to play a very clean football game to beat Kansas State, because Kansas State, like Utah was a 0 on offense. Okay. An absolute 0. Kansas State ain't no 0.
Right.
They're good. And I would actually, records have to mean something, and they most certainly do. I still think Kansas State is probably just pound for pound one of the best teams in this conference, even though if they're not in this conversation right now that Iowa State happens to be in. So knock that crap off. You got to be clean. But I'm with you. If you've got something in your back pocket, you let it hang. You let it all go on Saturday night.
Do you think this could be the first game that Iowa State comes out hot, or are we going to see another slow start?
I mean, it could be. Sure, I doubt it. Like, that's just not what this team does.
Right. And it works for them. So, like, why change something if it's not
Worked for them 9 times.
Yeah. Almost 10.
Man, it'd be awesome. Win 10 games. I mean, even if, like, it's not a win and you're in situation for the NCAA tournament, unfortunately, or not NCAA. God, I'm thinking basketball game.
You're good.
For the Big 12 championship game. But, it would be massively disappointing to go 10-2, win that game, and still not get in. But I also think that most Iowa State fans could go, damn, that's a damn good year. Really, really happy with that. And then get on to the offseason, which is going to be nuts with the portal and NIL. And I'm already kind of dreading that aspect of all this. But, hey, we're not there yet. We got a football game to play.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, they absolutely could start fast, but I doubt they will, because I haven't seen it enough.
I agree.
I also, isn't that important, though? Because it's going to be so cold, for both teams. Like, I don't know, waking yourself up in the second quarter seems like a bad idea on a game where it feels like it's 15 degrees.
Is that what it's supposed to feel like?
Aiden, pull up a forecast for us. But, yeah, the feels like temperature is going to be pretty chilly.
Any chance of snow?
I think they ruled that out.
Wow.
We don't need more snow. We had enough snow last year.
Yeah, but I think that made it picturesque,
cool.
Snow globe, really good vibes.
I was in Florida calling basketball last year during that. I was literally sitting in my hotel room with the window open, hearing parrots in the background or whatever those birds were, watching the snow game. Watching Iowa State just steamroll Kansas State.
That's 2 dimensions. That's crazy.
It was really, really fun. But yeah, last I saw, the feels like temperature is going to be down in the teens or below. But the actual temperature is going to be a little bit higher than that. So nonetheless, it's going to be cold. I don't really. Here you go, Aiden, pulling up the old AccuWeather.
Cold and very cold.
10 degrees. There you go.
Oh my gosh! Bring your
football game.
Bring
your old parka. Let's go.
And your hand warmers and stuff. So speaking of the weather, do you is Jack Trice going to be packed?
I think it should be.
It needs to be, but it is such a tough time with Thanksgiving, people going home for break.
The students really worry me. I mean, I doubt that student section's full.
No,
I'd be absolutely shocked if it is. I think it will be a very boisterous crowd that is there. It's Jack Trice seats 62,500. I would be thrilled if 55,000 people were actually in the stadium. I'm just being realistic.
I love that.
Yeah,
I agree.
Being realistic. I just know this fan base too well, and it's the great thing about Iowa State fans is how rabid they are. Right? The bad thing about Iowa State fans is that number of rabid fans has been small, but it continues to grow and it continues to grow. Iowa State's got 50,000 nutty, crazy fans who will be there no matter what, thick and thin. They still don't have enough of the casual folks. It will be a good crowd. It will not be an embarrassment like Missouri in 2004. I don't believe in any of that. But I don't think this thing's sold out or anything like that, though. Yeah. But the people who are there are going to be awesome.
Those are the vibes I was getting. Do you have a score prediction?
27-24, good guys. That's it.
That's close.
Oh, I think this is going to be a freaking nail biter. Yeah.
I already had a hard time last week. I was sweating, pacing, freaking out, but so I hope this is a little different.
I think, no. I mean, come on. We're not Iowa Staters because it's easy. We're Iowa Staters because it's awesome.
Yeah, and it's been a tough week, so.
Well, I'm just like, when do we do anything as Iowa Staters where it's just like, oh yeah, that's easy?
Never, but that's why being a fan for Iowa State is so fun and adventurous.
Fun and adventurous. We need to make that a t-shirt. Leah Nelson. That's why being a fan of Iowa State is so fun and adventurous. I've thought about being a lot of other things, but fun and adventurous is never the words that I would put with it.
But you got to be optimistic. You have been, so.
You've made me much more optimistic.
Thank you.
I need you on Sundays with the Minnesota Vikings because I am not optimistic when the purple guys take the field. Yeah, I don't know. Like it's so easy to get trapped into that. Well, we've been here before and screwed it up. Well, you've also been here before and not screwed it up,
right.
Like the West Virginia game in 2020. And so I reject that mindset.
Perfect.
The power of positivity. I will not spew the negativity into the Cyclone Nation.
Preach.
On a weekend where we give thanks.
Right. Yeah. Well, before we close out, what are you most thankful for?
Oh, it's Matt Campbell. I mean, come on.
Oh, I was going to say, like, family, your daughters.
No, actually, Jaden Higgins, best wide receiver, Iowa State history. Very thankful for John Haycock. Mm-hmm. I'm thankful for that play call, that giant set of marbles that Taylor Mauser just whipped out onto the table last week when he called the halfback pass. Oh, very thankful for that. Thankful for Keyshawn Gilbert the other night against Dayton. What a hell of a deal that was. I'm just thankful for the clones, Leah.
Preach. That's a good shirt idea too. Thankful
and
for
my
clones.
Family.
Duh.
That is a shirt. Next year we should sell Thanksgiving shirts. I'm just thankful for the clones.
That would go crazy. Everyone would wear it to their Thanksgiving. I would wear it to my Thanksgiving dinner, whatever.
What about Merry Clonesmas?
We can work on it.
Does that work?
I think so. What do you mean? Does it work? How would it not
work? Like an ugly Christmas sweater that says Merry Clonesmas.
Yeah, perfect. Because everyone has an ugly Christmas sweater thing going on at their office. I love it. How would you make it ugly, though?
I don't know, but I know people in merch where we could work on this.
No, I'm actually really digging that idea.
Yeah, make it like frilly. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like the Pirates shirts in Seinfeld.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Have you ever watched Seinfeld?
Well, I just know like what a pirate shirt is and frilly.
Arr.
I don't want to be a pirate.
All right. Well, we will see you guys all. Oh, Leah, you didn't give your prediction.
Oh, mine was 28-17, but now I'm like, well, is it going to be closer?
28. Well, don't listen to me. I don't know.
Because I'm giving good vibes. I'm actually trying to put it out in the universe. I think Iowa State wants it so bad. I think it's going to be different.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right,
too.
Sister.
Me
I hope you're right. If you're right, oh man, I ain't going to bed on Saturday night.
If you're right, Chris will buy everyone in the RV Village a drink.
I will close down Welch Avenue Station on Saturday night. If
you heard it here, folks. Win. If they win 28-17 or if they...
God, we're just going to have to start work because it'll be Big 12 championship week with a top 10 basketball game against Auburn.
You can take a little break.
Okay. And just
12
be
hours.
Super hungover on Sunday.
Yeah, you make the rules. Who's saying you can't do that?
I mean, that's generally the case like 2 out of every every other weekend anyway. So let's
to know.
just be real.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Will you be
thank
back in
Leah.
the? Yeah, of course. Will you be back in the studio on Saturday with me or no?
Yeah, I'm there.
Perfect. All right, let's go.
I'm with you the rest of the way, sister. Let's get
Perfect.
after it. All right. She's Leah. I'm Chris. Our good buddy Aiden producing this as always. We'll see you guys at halftime.